One of the really important things to realize is that teams are a fantastic way to change the world a little bit. Okay, now that's brilliant. You know, the possibilities associated with working with other people, the opportunities of connecting with others to achieve really big things is really exciting. But we also need to acknowledge that teamwork is really hard. Okay, it's difficult. It requires effort. You don't accidentally end up in a good team. Someone is putting effort into it. So when we think about teamwork, the thing that we've got to come to terms with is the fact that everybody needs to work on it. Okay, you can't leave that up to somebody else. You've actually got to develop relationships. And we need to remember that humans are a bit weird and relationships can be challenging to develop, but they're also incredibly rewarding. So developing those relationships in the team is absolutely central. The team will change over time. The nature of the way in which you engage with one another will change. The way in which you communicate with one another will change. Your confidence will change. All sorts of things. It's not a static thing that when you're in a good team, it stays exactly the same forever. You also need a really, really clear purpose for the team. Now, the reason for this is that sometimes teamwork is going to hurt. Okay, and it's really important to realize that it's all well and good for things to hurt so long as it's worthwhile. Otherwise, it just becomes frustrating. It's like getting together with somebody for a coffee every single day when really there's nothing to be gained for either of you. Okay, so you need to understand what you're aiming for. And that needs to give you the real push to develop and to struggle through the difficult bits of teamwork. But when you have that, when you have a clear picture of what you're aiming for, when you work hard on your teamwork can be not only one of the most effective ways to change the world, but also it can be one of the most incredibly rewarding things that you can do. Doing hard things is fine so long as it's beneficial, so long as we can enjoy it at some point, so long as we see outcomes for it. Doing difficult things is not a problem. So I hope this teamwork module has been really useful for you. And I would just really like to encourage you that every time you get together, every time you communicate with the people in your team, that you are doing the work of teamwork. This doesn't happen accidentally. Think about what you're doing. Think about the way in which you engage with others has an influence on the way in which the team operates. And if you can get your whole team doing that, you will change the world a little bit, okay? And that is what we're chasing. Thanks.